Hi guys, it's your girl Keisha Dixon. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad you found my channel because on this channel, you'll be coming along with me on my journey as I continue to lose weight using the medication, currently Mounjaro. I'm so glad you guys found my video today because we have an important thing to talk about, especially if you're on Mounjaro and you possess the original savings card. You and I both know if your insurance is not paying, that coupon expires next month. So there are 5 things I want you to consider if you have not started your plan B. Stay tuned. You want to hear this. He loves me.
Hi, I'm Keisha Dixon. You made it here, so go ahead and subscribe and click your notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads.
Okay, guys, so let's get right into it. I definitely don't want to hold you guys up because time is pressing. It's not like we got enough time, you guys. The coupon expires next month. Now, I want to say this before I even start my video. This is especially going out to those of you who are afraid to start your plan B because you're afraid that your card will be deactivated if you messed with it. These are 5 things I want you guys to consider. Number 1, the prior authorization process, you guys, can be a lengthy process, especially if you are a non-diabetic. Now, in my experience and on my other platforms, I have heard several times, even diabetics are being denied their prior authorizations, you guys. For the life of me, I cannot even fathom the reason why an insurance company would deny a diabetic a prior authorization. The medication was literally made for diabetics. So my mind is blown when it comes to that. But as far as us non-diabetics, there are other metabolic syndrome codes that we can use, like PCOS, insulin resistance, hyperglycemia, hypoglycemia, hyperthyroid, hypothyroid. You guys, things of that nature. I have made a video about this, guys. Go and check it out if you need to. Now, I want you guys who are non-diabetics to keep this in mind. It is highly likely that when you send off for a prior authorization, your first prior authorization is going to be denied because insurance companies are wanting to see that you guys are a diabetic. Once they see that you are not diabetic, boom, denial. Denial, denial, denial. They are cracking down so hard on non-diabetics with this medications. Physicians are getting frustrated. They're having to use more trickier verbiage. They're having to do more lab testing and more digging in your medical history because the insurance companies are really, really tough on non-diabetic patients with these prior authorizations. So don't be surprised if you get your first prior authorization denied. Now comes the hard part. I pray that you all have a super supportive physician who has a lot of staff who is willing to go to bat for you because the non-diabetic cases, these metabolic syndrome cases, are the harder cases to get approved. So I'm praying that you have someone in your corner that is willing to do appeal after appeal for you, provide clinical notes for you, provide lab testing and everything that these insurance companies are requesting to get your prior authorization approved. But just know it can be a lengthy process. So I don't want you to fall to a point where you have no medication covered. You have to start thinking of a plan B if you are going the prior authorization road. So keep that first thing in mind. The second thing I want you guys to consider is, have you reached out to your insurance company and asked if they have a requirement for step therapy? Some prior authorizations request tries and fails when it comes to step therapy. So you may be waiting just to find out that your insurance company requires step therapy. Guys, you do know that you can do step therapy in the interim. Like, you can start your step therapy process now. I know a lot of people who are taking Mounjaro and metformin. You can literally ask your doctor if you can start taking metformin if it is on your step therapy list. And then if it doesn't work, when I was talking about tries and fails, when you do a prior authorization, that is one of the requirements that can help you. A medication that you have tried and have failed it because it did not help you like your Mounjaro has helped you in these past few months that you've been taking. So consider whether or not you have to do step therapy in your process to get your prior authorization approved or to get the insurance company to cover you for your Mounjaro prescription. Number 3, you guys, have you reached out to your insurance company and asked them, do they even cover weight loss medications? Y'all, my insurance company does not cover weight loss medications. Before the formulary changed in April, my insurance company, they covered Wegovy, but they did not cover Mounjaro at all. Now, with my insurance company, which is Aetna, and I live here in Houston, Texas, they are stating that Mounjaro is preferred, but it's preferred for diabetics, and there is a quantity limit on that medication through my insurance company. And they have taken Wegovy off the formulary period. So my insurance company doesn't cover weight loss medications, which means now I have to what? Consider doing compounded medication. Speaking of compounded medication, that leads me to the fourth thing I want you to consider while you're waiting. Do you live in a state that has already banned the compounded version of semaglutide being made through your compound pharmacies? You guys do know that Ozempic is coming off the shortage list, and there is talk about compounded pharmacies not being able to make this medication because it comes off of this shortage list. You guys, there's already 4 states that have already banned the making of the compounded version of Ozempic, which is semaglutide. Now, a lot of us, our plan was to switch from Mounjaro to the compounded version of semaglutide because it is the cheaper version of the GLP. You can either get semaglutide or tirzepatide. Semaglutide costs between $125 to $200 per month, whereas tirzepatide can cost you between $325 to $450 a month. So a lot of us, it was financially feasible for us to do the compounded version semaglutide. But if they are about to take it off the shortage list, that will not be available to us. So what are you going to do now? This is why we have to start considering our plan B now, you guys. Things are literally happening every day. There are changes every single day. Now, the fifth and final thing I want you to keep in mind and to consider if you are waiting to do your plan B or to come up with a plan B is that, and this is if you haven't even heard this yet, Novo Nordisk is limiting their distribution of their 0.25, their 0.5, and their 1 milligram dose of Wegovy. They are trying to protect their patients who are already on this medication from running into shortages because there is going to be a gang of people switching over from Mounjaro to Wegovy. So, do I think that is smart? Absolutely. If I was on Wegovy, I definitely would want them to do something to protect me so that I can continue to get my medication. So, you guys, if you're a new patient to Wegovy, those introductory doses may not even be available to you. So what are you going to do now, you guys? Do you understand what I'm saying? How so many things are happening and it's coming at us from several ways. So you have to start doing things now. Make your doctor's appointments. Get your labs done. If you had labs done last year prior to you getting on Mounjaro, get that lab work as well as your new lab work so that you can present that to your doctor so that you can have some evidence of how this medication has been life-changing to you so that that can also be one of the clinical documents that your doctor can submit in the event that you have to do a prior authorization to get Mounjaro approved through your insurance companies. And you guys, let's be clear. The reason why I'm specifically saying lab work is because if you have been on Mounjaro and you have this original coupon, that means that you have been on Mounjaro for months now. You have had some weight loss, your BMI is lower, and your labs are going to be different. If you had high triglycerides, your triglycerides are going to be lower. If you had a high A1C back then, what do you think your A1C is going to be now? It's going to be good. So your doctor can prove, hey, my patient is doing well on this medication. It is preventing them from developing cardiovascular disease, which they may have a family history of. And it's also preventing them from developing diabetes if you guys were pre-diabetic. So listen, you guys have some leverage. You just have to be smart, you guys, and start now gathering up your information, making sure you are checking off the steps on your plan so that when your coupon expires, hey, it's okay because we have a plan B. And not to mention, because we're going to end this video on a lighter note and with some positivity. Y'all, listen, this video is with love. I'm just keeping you guys abreast on what is going on and things that you can possibly run into so that we're not stressed out and have all this type of anxiety when the coupons get expired. Good luck, guys. I'm going to see you guys next time. Just know you guys have someone rooting for you and cheering you on every single step of the way. I love to see your wins. I love to see your confidence. And I love that you guys are starting to share your stories and also educate the community. You guys, this is a major movement for obesity. And I'm super excited about the prevention of cardiovascular disease. I'm super excited about the prevention of diabetes. And I'm more excited that you guys are all coming off of all of these medications that have greater side effects than we can even mention that comes along with taking Mounjaro. You guys, I love this community. And I love the fact that we are proving to the world that our reward in taking this medication is by far outweighing the minor risks of gastric discomfort that we may experience along the way. Let's continue to prove them wrong and continue to show them that this medication is life-changing. You guys, be blessed. Have a good day. See you next time.
Hi, I'm Keisha Dixon. I'm a lifestyle influencer, and I'm glad you found my channel. I post weekly videos, so make sure to hit your notification bells so you don't miss any of those future uploads.